Today we're in sunny Orlando, Florida, visiting Z Roofing, spending day with them.
The man is here. Yeah!
Z's Roofing has been around for 3 decades, but the last year has been their most challenging yet.
That's Gloria. Yeah, she's
Welcome to the family.
yeah, she is.
The founder, Mike Zent, passed away suddenly in 2023. Now, it's up to his son-in-law and daughter to move forward.
Founder of this company is not with us anymore. He passed away in May, so
Oh wow.
he's looking down.
A year tomorrow.
A year tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
We were actually in the process of doing a $2 million project for ABC. The day he passed away, I had to be on site at 5 o'clock in the morning to oversee a huge underground storm tech drainage system that only you have to sub that out. Only a underground utility contractor can do, right? So I had to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. I did not want the project to stop in any way because it was so important for ABC, because it was in the middle of their traffic where their trucks come in and out, and we had to redirect their routes and trucks. It was very, very chaotic for ABC of Orlando. And I just told myself, there's no way I can let this happen. So we were in the hospital till 4:30 in the morning, and I went straight to that job site. And I had to oversee 30 trucks coming in with material and gravel. It was only me. Mike would have been there to help me out, but I was there for 16 hours. So just by knowing that I was making him proud, that's what guided me through that day.
That's what he would have wanted.
Right.
Business keeps moving.
Business
Don't
keeps
stop
moving.
For business. Yep. Keep it going.
So
Yep.
I think that ABC being our biggest customer at that point in time, they saw what I did and they held a new respect for me.
What's the name Z? Is it last name?
I'll let her talk to that.
It's Zent, Z-E-N-T.
Okay.
But to make it easy, we just went Z and it became Z's. And like a phonetic spelling, Z-E-E''S. So we built the foundation, and they've got a great foundation, and they're taking off. I'm sitting back, I'm saying, buckle your seatbelt, and it's phenomenal, and it's just, I'm enjoying the ride with them, and they get to be the face that I'm behind the scenes.
Our team spent a day at Z's to document their comeback story. Z's recently launched their residential division after doing strictly commercial work for 30 years.
Roofing Insights. Okay.
What CRM do you guys use?
Accolades. So what we've done is, because now we just opened up the residential division, everybody's actually in training right now. So this whole week has been all training, and then next week all training. So they're going to be training for at least 2 to 3 weeks, and then we'll let them go. If we do that on our end, there'll be a lot of churn and burn, a lot of changeover. So we really want to educate our reps so that way there is no change.
Let's do this exercise really quick. Since we're talking about shingles, find out how heavy is Atlas. Can you find out? Go to Google. Call your rep.
I watched your video on that.
Well,
Eric.
tell me how much is one square. How much does it weigh?
215.
How much is 1 square?
215? Is that Atlas? Atlas says it?
Yeah, well, Consumer Reports through Atlas says it. So.
Well, find out from Atlas, from actual Atlas, how much.
James, let's get James on the phone.
Get James.
So
Yeah.
IKO is the one that really puts the true square out there, right? Because their shingles are a little bit bigger than any other standard shingle, whether it be a Landmark or OC. They're a little bit wider, and they're also a little bit wider and taller. And the reason why they're taller is because it gives a more dimensional look to it, because the tabs are a lot longer. And RJ with IKO was actually in our office on Monday, and he explained the whole thing. Every bundle brings 20 pieces in a bundle in the IKO. If you go with any other manufacturer, it can vary between 18
But,
to 22.
but isn't it, no, they're not the only one. Isn't it Atlas?
Atlas is true 42-inch too.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
42?
we just had James.
Yeah, there's a few. Atlas
Yeah.
does the same thing. What did you find?
215 pounds per square and come with it's
Which one? Is it
Atlas,
Pinnacle?
laminated.
Pinnacle?
Is what I think, yeah.
And then everybody got away from that too, right? Nobody classifies any of their shingles by weight anymore, or at least in this area. There's other places that do, but
No, they don't.
It used to be that Certainty would be one of the ones that was the only ones that ever said their shingle per square weight was this much. Now they've kind of all got away from it.
Yeah.
There's a chart and the weight keep going down every single year. So your OC, your JF used to be 230, 240, and then actually one year, I believe it was like 2018, OC were claiming that their duration was 230. When we were weighting them, they were like almost 200, 195. So ask yourself, where did 30 pounds go? 30 pounds between 3 bundles, it's a lot of weight. So if you have a conversation with a homeowner, especially here, you have a son, it's bits on it, right? Would you rather have heavier, more product or less product? Like, I want a thicker wall. Right. I want more product. Argument from them is like, well, I want to have a better technology. And so the dumbest argument ever is, do you want a thicker computer or a thinner computer? So they compare it to the computer. I'm like, I want a thinner computer, but I want more product on my roof. I would say market is a little bit saturated. What do you think? How saturated is this market?
Especially Orlando. Orlando is grown. Yeah, it's saturated, but not everybody stays, right? You get these hurricanes that happened, a year and a half ago, and you see a lot more roofing companies. And then today, some of them are gone, right? So it means a lot to the homeowner to be able to show them that, hey, the value is we're here, we're local, and if you have an issue, then give us a call. I feel like working at the supplier. I mean, you get a new roofing company coming there once a week. Somebody you've never heard of. Somebody that has zero presence, no signs, no billboards, no office, but they come in a truck, brand new company. Where'd they come from, right?
So 10 years ago, we didn't have conferences. We didn't have events. Like right now, there's an event every month. Then you go to the event, you start learning business much faster. Like, people actually learn good business, not bad business, which is education is good, but you're educating your competitors essentially. What I think is happening in the roofing industry is the same thing that's happening in any big sport. If you look at MMA, if you look at McGregor, how do you keep fighting when you're already number one? When you already made millions, right? Like, how do you stay hungry? Floyd Mayweather, he's done it all, but he's still hungry. He still trains every single day. So in the roofing business, it's the same thing. So if Z's Roofing becomes number one, you've been in business for all these years, you're number one, or your next Monarch Roofing, what you do is what you guys doing now, you build that culture where you're always hungry, you're always improving, you're always training, because you're never number one.
Orlando, it gets hot, right? So the guys are installing metal roof, inspection just passed, right? So, there you go.
Here's how I always sold it. I told people, you have to tell me where to shut up, because I can talk about product for hours or for minutes. What you want to do, as a true professional, they want your recommendation. So if I sell you product, right, I come in, it's like, man, you want a roof? There's nothing better than Atlas. And if I'm confident, you're gonna trust me. I don't need to sell. I don't need, if you have questions, I'll go for 2 hours, discussing like we have here, but homeowners don't need that. They don't care about nailing zone, they don't care about weight. You have to share the basic stuff, but not too much.
Where's mine? Where's Brent?
There you go. I love it. Yeah. Marky, you can hang it out the truck, huh?
She is our favorite admin assistant, and she takes all the incoming calls. She's really an assistant to Brent and I. sooner or later when Isamadi, our lead coordinator, she's going to take all the calls. So when we hire based off of, whoops. I like that. Yes, absolutely. We hire based off of we can always train somebody, right? So we want somebody that's going to have the culture for us and that has a good mindset. And the rest we can teach them. All right.
Z's sales crew is here to take photos for their new residential division.
Check it out, guys. Hand, left leg, step. Come in, okay? We're gonna help you. 3 points of contact. Leg. Okay, you got it. There you go. Cool, Miss Ash. This is the first for you? I love it. All right, so where are the vents? There you're gonna see little humps, right? Either you're gonna see the vent stacks or you're gonna see a little hump right there.
Is this a picture of what an inspector calls it? Yep.
Yeah, so right here, this is where the inspector opened it up to take a look at some nails. All right, your nail pattern.
So the inspector will come out. They'll cut open a piece of the underlayment to make sure that
Mark
you
shot.
nailed your fastener.
I don't know if they crimp it or not. I think it may come pre-crimped, where you just you pop it up, just like slide it in and the lock, it's a channel lock type.
And Andy came on.
Exactly.
All he talked was almost 2 hours.
The owner of ABC, the founder of ABC, on his own roof, he fell through his own roof that they were re-roofing because it was a 4x4 skylight. The roofers did not mark it out or spray paint it out, and he just walked into it, fell right through. 3 stories up.
Did they sue?
Landed on the foundation.
Met him, my girlfriend actually found him, and I met him and we kind of hit it off right away. He's all into fitness and bettering himself and bettering the people around him, and it just kind of clicked with me, and I knew right away that that was a company I was going to go with. The process that's going so far, stellar. It's really great. We were debating back and forth between shingles and metal roofing. Convinced me on the metal roofing that it's the way to go because we want to stay here for the rest of my life. More than likely, we're not going to be going anywhere.
How much metal do you guys do? You do metal, asphalt? What's your expertise?
So our expertise is truly asphalt, shingles, and tile roofing.
Tile.
Yeah, we're starting to just dive into the metal right now.
Okay.
And
So metal is something new?
metal is something new for us.
Why did you decide to change, like pivot to the metal? Is it the homeowner's request? Is it demand or?
It's a little bit of both. The homeowner request, we have to keep up with our competition, to be honest with you. You know, if we can offer quality installs on more types of roofing systems, then I think that gives us an advantage over the competition that only gives maybe 1 or 2 types of installs, where we can give 3 to 4 types of installs, because we also do a lot of modified bitumen flat roofing. So if we can give 4 quality types of installs and perfect it,
you don't want to turn the business down. What's your what's the price point for the homeowners watching? Do they pay double the price for metal versus asphalt? Like compare asphalt as far as cost goes.
Sure.
Metal, like what's more expensive? What's the most affordable?
Sure, so asphalt is going to be a lot more affordable than metal, but there's pros and cons to that, right? So your asphalt roofing system.
What's the price difference here? It varies by market. In Florida, is it double, triple?
It's about double, maybe almost 2.5.
2.5.
Yes, sir. We don't shake hands here, bro. We hug. We hug. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for the opportunity for allowing Z's Roofing and Construction to come out and take care of your roofing needs. You know that with us, we're right down the street, but you also know that we offer a lifetime workmanship warranty on anything that we do. you have a friend for life in us, and you know that we're already connected on a personal level. So he has a journey himself where he's lost some weight. I've lost a tremendous amount of weight. So I've lost 60 pounds in 85 days. He's lost 30 plus pounds in about 4 months, right? So we connected that way, and ever since we met, we've been pretty tight. And we only met like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, like 4 weeks.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. It's like we were just very like-minded, and now he's not even a customer. He's actually a friend of mine, and we're actually trying to recruit him to come work for us.
What's the hardest in your job?
The hardest?
Yeah.
Is learning a whole new system and training my employees.
How do you train someone in the roofing company? What's the hardest learning curve for them?
Hardest learning curve is learning all the terminology and being able to visualize and see what's going on the roof and make sure it's put back the way it was. And you know, they have the right products and the right crew working on the job.
I had to learn a lot of new words because I'm coming from no roofing or construction background, and this is my 3rd month here, so I definitely had to learn different things regarding the roofs and construction and permitting words, and it definitely is a lot of things I learned so far. I didn't know anything regarding like installing a roofing system, so like decking, like underlayment, sheathing, like the ridge and like valleys, things like that. I didn't know anything about that, so that's another thing I had to learn coming in here in case someone would call asking questions, and so I could be able to answer them and give them accurate information.
How can you describe the culture? Like, how's Mike's, everybody's talking about culture, fit.
Very upbeat, very positive, you know. And
how important is that for someone like in production department?
Oh, it's very important, because if you don't have that culture, you won't be able to work with each other. You know, it makes it harder. You know, when it makes a team, you have to have this team effort in this type of business to make things work properly.
Basically, my job is to kind of figure out, you know, what exactly the customer needs, whether that's a repair or whether that's a re-roof, and what does that new roof look like, and make sure that, you know, everything on Z's side is delivered properly. You know, I would say that it's not necessarily difficult. It's more just knowing the industry, and then from there kind of listening to, you know, what they're asking for, right? So if they're asking for one thing and you're trying to give them something else, you're not going to get the deal, right? So I say that it's not necessarily more difficult now, but it's more of a skills game now.
A lot of production managers complained that salespeople do not give them information they need, the work orders. How do you train your sales rep to
work more alongside with them and tell them what you're looking for and try and get them on the same page? So being that we're, you know, in a little bit of a training phase right now, we'll get that straightened out and, you know, work in a positive direction, I hope, in the future for this. We'll see. We'll try it.
Awesome.
I'm the lead coordinator for Z's Roofing and Construction.
Lead coordinator?
Yes, sir.
So what does a lead coordinator does?
I'm the first point of contact with the customer. I'll be setting up the appointments with the customer for the sales reps to go out and meet with them.
How do you assign leads in your company to the sales rep? Who gets, is it, do they have to bribe you to get the best leads, or?
No, they don't. But it all depends. It's going to be depending on a distribution program. A distribution program meaning what type of lead, do they sell the best? Do they sell better inquiry, or do they sell a self-gen lead better?
Okay.
That will be assigned to that rep.
So you do have leverage in the company. You're probably one of the most important persons. Do they give you candies?
No, not yet. I should ask for some.
Energy drinks, breakfast, coffee, Starbucks?
They do give me a lot of energy drink and a lot of coffee.
So sometimes around here you'll see big black bears coming out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey Steph, is Donnie? Is Donnie? I wanna thank you guys, okay? As long as he doesn't run me over. Okay, I like that. Basketball.
First of all, we went on a Google search. We wanted to find the top-rated companies who had the greatest reputation out there, and Z's Roofing and Construction came out as one of the #1 companies. And so we reached out to them, and within just 24 hours, we were provided with an estimate, and just 1 week and a half later, they were on site, bringing in materials, starting the roof process.
Hey Dottie, I wanted to thank you again from the bottom of our hearts, you know, with Z's. There's always a saying that I have when we complete a roofing project, and you have a friend for life in us, okay? So let's not just, you know, we just didn't take care of your roof. Literally, if you're ever going down Orange Boulevard and you want to stop in and say hi, do it, man. Do it, and let's network, because I know what you do. So anytime something comes up on my end, you know, from the painting aspect, then you're the first person I'm going to call, man. Thank you, man. Can I give you a hug? We're huggers.
As a matter of fact,
Thank you. That was phenomenal.